Escalation clauses. First off, what is an escalation clause? So an escalation clause is essentially a special stipulation that is added to the contract. It's added to the buyer's offer, and it automatically increases the purchase price of the buyer's offer up to a specified dollar amount. Let's take a look at a sample escalation clause. In the event that seller receives other written bona fide offers to purchase the property with acceptable terms that would result in a higher net to seller at closing, the purchase price herein shall automatically be increased by $5,000, hypothetically, not to exceed a maximum purchase price of $375,000, hypothetically. If buyer's offer based on the above formula is the highest offer, seller agrees upon request to provide buyer with a copy of the next highest written offer. So there's a triggering event. The triggering event is the seller actually receiving other written offers that would result in a higher net to seller than our buyer's offer. That would trigger this escalation clause to kick in. Let's consider the pros and cons of an escalation clause. So from a buyer standpoint, it definitely makes the offer stand out. It makes the offer more competitive by ensuring that it is the highest up to the cap provided. So if having the highest price, the highest offer, is what means the most to the seller, then this is definitely going to give the buyer an advantage. Some of the cons are, will the property actually appraise for the higher amount, or can the buyer pay the difference? Because if the property won't appraise, and most buyers are seeking a loan to purchase the property, then that could potentially be a very big obstacle to overcome. And if the buyer agrees that they will pay the difference, and some buyers in a heavy seller's market will put special stipulations in their contracts to say that they will pay the difference between the contract sales price and the appraised value if the appraisal is lower up to a certain amount. Can the buyer show proof of funds? Does the buyer actually really have the money that they could do that? And then from a buyer standpoint, another con would be the buyer is revealing that they are willing to pay more. So it definitely hinders them from a negotiation standpoint. They are revealing all their cards up front, saying, look, I'm offering you a certain amount, but I'm willing to pay more if you get other offers. There's a really good chance the seller will receive other offers, especially in a seller's market.